Before I start tonight, I just wanted to read. I prepared. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time. I've been in Hollywood. This was just what I saw. It's a lot of Jews. Like a lot.
All right, snippet from comedian Dave Chappelle's monologue from his appearance on Saturday Night Live over the weekend. Chappelle taking to the stage after much controversy. Some of the SNL writers reportedly boycotting his appearance after jokes about the trans community. Let's bring our panel back in to discuss. Melanie, Ford, and Brian. This time, Brian, I'll start with you. If you don't find somebody funny, don't watch them. Don't pay money to go see him perform.
It's as easy as that, but at least Saturday Night Live was actually funny that night, huh?
It actually was funny. Ford, I don't know if you saw it, but Chappelle was pretty funny.
Well, Dave Chappelle is always funny, but I think that SNL is a waste of time. It hasn't been great since the 1980s, and the jokes are getting very tired. It seems that Republicans are always sort of the brunt of those jokes. Here's my problem with SNL. They've become sort of the caricature of their audience, which is college-educated white folks that listen to NPR. I just choose to change the channel.
Yeah, well, my TV's not on that late. I only watch clips. I haven't actually watched an SNL. I don't know when, maybe since the 80s, like you were talking about. But Melanie, here's another thing that Chappelle did that I thought was interesting. He did like a 15-minute monologue. And in it, I don't think, do we have any clips from this? He explained why Donald Trump was so popular. And he described what happened between Hillary and him, Trump, in the debate in which they were talking about, you say that it's crooked, Mr. Trump. Why do you say it's crooked? He says, because I know the system. I'm part of the system. I use the system to my own benefit. That's why I know it's crooked, because I see it. And I get something out of it. And everybody's like, whoa, he's admitting what we're not. So all the people in middle America say, see, I knew that was going on. And suddenly they had a voice going to Washington, they hoped, that finally they felt was telling the truth about how the system worked.
I can't believe you're asking me this question, because a relative sent me that clip today, and I'm not going to say which one. And he said, that's hilarious. And I sent the text back that said, and it's straight back.
Exactly.
And it was absolute straight facts, everything
Before
he
I
said.
start tonight,
and that's why Dave Chappelle is funny, because there's always truth.
Okay, this is just video. We're not going to listen to the thing again. We were just showing something, but
okay, well, there's always truth to what Dave Chappelle says, and that's what makes it absolutely funny when he says, true. Because there's always a little bit of truth.
And he's always he's always on the edge. And if you're upset by it, don't watch him. Don't pay to go see him. I would. I never have, but I would.
Right. I think what he did is referred to President Trump as a truthful liar in that clip.
Yes, he did. He did. So I want to move on, though. I wanted to ask you this question. Should you save a dying stranger if you know they eat meat? Oxford's Dr. Michael Plant, who eats meat himself, he says that letting meat eaters die is ethical because of the suffering they cause to animals. Brian, see, I don't get this, because if that's your criterion alone, we should kill everybody who eats meat, right? Not just when they get sick. So it's kind of a strange thing. Why are they even exploring this?
Is there a comedy writer behind this story? Because it's
it's too obvious with the Dr. Plant.
Dr.
Right?
Plant, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering what he does for his own family then. Or what if you're unconscious and you can't answer that story?
What if he does? Excuse me, do you eat meat? Yes. Boom.
It's actually like a Monty Python skit.
I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm not dead yet. Gettysburg College is in the news after postponing an event for people tired of white cis men. An invite for the event told people to come paint and write about how they are tired of straight white men. And get this, pieces from the event were to be displayed in the college's dining hall. Ford, you can't make this up.
Well, first of all, I'm already dead because I'm one of the most prolific beef and chicken eaters I know. And being a white cisgendered man, well, once again, I'm already in trouble. You can't make this up. This is what happens on college campuses. They talk about diversity and inclusion, and this is discrimination based on sexuality. And I think the only reason why it was probably canceled is because the Gettysburg College, got too much media, and someone, who's a trustee called up and said enough is enough. But this stuff, whether it's Dr. Plant or this, it just continues to go on college campuses, and frankly, I think it's making everyone in America dumber.
Well, yeah, I think that's true. Melanie, I don't mind them throwing that out there. As long as you can have an honest discussion like we're having, saying this is insane. Have you all noticed this is insane? But it's politically incorrect on colleges to question anything and to have what a lot of people would say is common sense, questioning this kind of thinking.
I have to tell you, I disagree with you. I do mind. I mind them doing this because we've gone from being inclusive and not being racist to actually being racist against cisgendered white male on behalf of persons that look like me. So yeah. I do mind. They're supposed to be helping people who look like me, people who are my gender. They're doing this in my name, in my honor, in order to help people who look like me. And I resent it. So I do mind.
Okay, fair enough. I guess the point I was making, and you're an educator, is I don't care. My girls are in college. I want them to be exposed to all kinds of thoughts and then think for themselves. The problem I have nowadays is people aren't taught to think for themselves. They have to go along with the masses.
I think being bullied to go along with the mass is a bigger problem, and particularly in the educational system.
Yeah. Melanie, you're the educator. Final thought.
My final thought is that they should do away with things like this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna scratch that. They should let people think like this. They shouldn't have canceled it. Let us go to these meetings. I'd be the first one in line so I could boo them, throw tomatoes at them, and tell them how absolutely wrong and dumb they are. And that they are not helping people like me, and they should absolutely stop.
People don't understand how tough Brian Ford and I have it.
That would be hurting their feelings, though. You don't want to do that.
And?
What? I wasn't sure where you were going with that, Melanie.
No, just end, period. That's it.
Okay. Oh, end.
Yeah, end.
End scene? Okay. Brian Anderson, Melanie Collette, Ford O'Connell, thank you so much.